Hello fellow classmates, my name is Elizabeth Keller and I'm coming to you from Columbus, Georgia. I'm excited to get to know each and every one of you throughout this process. Please bear with me as I've never done video threads before, so this should be quite an experience. I don't know how to slide in the pictures, although I wish I did. Maybe I'll figure it out one day. So for this week, for this first topic of the Revolutionary Era historical sites, I chose the city of Savannah. Not the city in its entirety, but there's actually a historical marker that I'm thinking of. It's located in front of the Georgia State Railroad Museum in the beautiful downtown Savannah, Georgia. This marker represents and actually discusses the Siege of Savannah. This is an important battle in the Revolutionary War because it was actually the second bloodiest battle in the war. It has the involvement of French troops with Patriot allies versus the British. This comes after the British occupied the city of Savannah for a little over a year. Initially, the militia in Savannah tried to put up a fight, but there was only about 200 or so men, and it just did not bode well for them originally. So moving forward about a year, the Patriots as well as the French felt that it was time to recapture the city of Savannah. The French were a little egotistical, if you will, and they believed that, overconfident, they believed that they would be able to recapture the city without a shot being fired. Unfortunately, this will not be a case. The city of Savannah was a very important port city for the colony of Georgia, so the British were not too eager to let it go. This was a very easy location to send out ships, with the big beautiful Savannah River running right through. So with that being said, the French come in with their fleet. We originally see the French start to help out up in Yorktown, and they will send a good deal of numbers down to help with the siege of Savannah. They will dock in Tybee. They will be guided through the marshes up through some of the tributaries to essentially launch a surprise attack. This will become unsuccessful, unfortunately, and it will end very badly, and it will result in about a little over 1,000 casualties for the Whig allies, and I believe it's about 650 French troops that will perish here at the siege of Savannah. This is significant because this actually will diminish a lot of the local morale that you have going on in support of breaking from England, and it will actually boost the British morale, and this will be seen as a very large victory because there were so many French troops involved with this attempt on recapturing the city of Savannah. Of course, you have some factors that were to play in bad weather. The French decided to come in during hurricane season. While there wasn't an actual hurricane at the time, there was some very inclement weather that historians believe played somewhat of a role in this siege. So again, this was a humiliating defeat, and it was extremely bloody. The reason why I chose this location was there was not, with the colony of Georgia being such a young colony, one of the last to actually form, we did not, I say we, living in Georgia, being from Georgia, did not have a very aggressive role in the American Revolution as some of the other northern colonies did. So I think that taking my students to a location such as this and discussing it would, kind of gain and grasp their interest a little bit to be able to relate to it on some level. So being able to say, here in Georgia, this location, this area was involved in the Revolutionary War and the War for Independence. So I think that is really great. And also there is Fort Pulaski, which is right there heading towards Tybee Island in Savannah, Georgia. Fort Pulaski is actually named after a Polish general who led an American cavalry, during the siege of Savannah. He will actually die in the siege of Savannah due to wounds sustained in the battle. So that is why I chose this area. I hope that you learned a little bit of history. If not, you had a little bit of a story time. Again, I look forward to hearing everybody's, and I hope you have a wonderful day.